Hi, I'm Tom Perski, Senior Vice President of Rehabilitation Services from the Chicago Lighthouse. We at the Chicago Lighthouse have been around more than 100 years, serving persons with vision loss, and see ourselves as trendsetters in developing new products, new services, to always be on the cutting edge of what's available to help people. Today I'll be talking about a new product from Low Vision International, LVI, which is called the LVI Vision TTS. Many of our clients benefit from the use of a closed-circuit television or video magnifier, and so today we'll be talking about that. I also myself have macular degeneration called Stargardt macular dystrophy, and so I use a closed-circuit TV every day, but this is a new one that you'll enjoy seeing. It has a 23-inch widescreen monitor. It has a high-definition camera system, and as we move down, we can see it has a XY table that's ergonomically designed so that your hands fit on there very easily. I also like the stationary point here that they've developed so that your reading material can stay square to the page. It has a lock for when you're writing and you don't want the tray to move, and it glides very, very easily. As we go around to the side of the unit, you'll be able to see the LED lighting, which is very important. And also in the far back, you will see a computer box, or what we call the text-to-speech component of the LVI TTS. So let's go through some of the controls on the front of the unit. Right in the center is the size plus sign on the top and negative sign on the bottom. It's a very good tactile feel to the button. So as I increase the magnification with the top part of the button and decrease it with the bottom portion of the button, I get to smaller print, then I can just boost it up to the right. The next buttons are what we call line markers. These are very important for persons with macular degeneration that are maybe learning to read in a new and different way. Oftentimes maybe would skip a line or read the same line twice. So these line markers really are very, very helpful for persons. Also we call windowing or mask feature allows a person to be able to isolate the text that they want to read and not be distracted by all the other text on the screen. And so the second button is the reverse of what I just did on the first button, and that will allow you to go up, forward, or backwards. Now the one that I like the most is the one that provides the most contrast for me is the white letters on a black background. That same button will also do other varieties of contrast foreground and background colors. The button right next to it is what returns us to the full color. So for instance, if I want to see a photograph, have one here of my granddaughter, I can now see it in color and bring it right up to where I can see the features on her face. On the left side of the button configuration is a focus lock button, and this is important when you're using the LVI Vision for writing. So you're writing a check, instead of focusing on your hand, you push the focus lock and it will focus on your check and on your paper. This also has a brightness control, so when you're looking at photographs that are maybe too dark, you can make them lighter or vice versa. And then your power switches at the very end. The feature of having a high definition camera has many advantages. It, of course, is a much sharper picture than any unit that would have a standard camera. But one of the things I've noticed when working with patients is that those with the early stage of macular degeneration who, let's say, are 20/70 to 2100 vision, can place their reading material, for instance, like this book, on the screen and magnify it and not have to move the text from side to side, as in the old days when we only had the standard camera. This is very sharp text even at low magnification. I like to use, as I mentioned, the white on black letters. And then throughout the day, if my eyes start to get tired, this is where the TTS, or text-to-speech function, comes into play. So using touchscreen technology, I would place the text on the screen that I would like to listen to and simply touch the screen.
We usually associate vision loss with looking different. We expect people with vision loss to be blind, and blind people to have obviously damaged
I
or
can also
unfocused
increase
eyes.
the
But if you have
size while it's still reading, which I think is a great feature. And then resume, just touch it again lightly.
macular degeneration, you won't look any different to your neighbors, friends, or family.
One of the nice features is changing the voice. Up here on the left part of the screen, I would simply touch
Jill, American English.
Jill, American English.
Samantha, American English.
Samantha seems to be very popular. And
It's hard to see if it isn't happening to you. We usually associate vision loss with looking different. We expect people with vision loss to be blind, and blind people to have obviously damaged or unfocused eyes. But if
So that's a great voice. The other types of reading modes, when you begin to go into this mode of text-to-speech, is the line mode.
If you have macular degeneration, you won't look any different to your neighbors, friends, or family.
I also like the ability to highlight each word that you're seeing so that you know and you don't lose your place. Another mode, my favorite one, is actually the single word mode, because I have a large central blind spot. For instance, I can move back slightly from the screen. I don't have to be very close. And I would place my blind spot up above the word and sort of hold and fixate, and then just touch the screen.
Make proper eye contact with people, just like you always have, so they are unlikely to realize that you can't see them clearly in familiar surroundings.
So I can see the words very, very clearly, and by listening to them, I feel like I can read forever. The MagnaLink TTS has some unique custom features that I'd like to display right now. Just by touching the top right part of the screen, accesses the custom menu. Here we'll see the top says display, which I'll go into in a moment. We have the open and save, which is the ability to scan documents, open them, and save them into the TTS. A little bit about the unit, and the exit button gets us out of this particular menu. So now let's try the display, and I'll show you some of the features. One of the features I really like is the font types can be chosen. So anything that I'm reading comes out in the font that I really, really like. And that's really important for me because there's several fonts that I really cannot read very well. So by choosing Verbana here, I'm reading the fonts types that's best for my eyes. The next bar is the colors, or what we call artificial colors. And many times on a standard CCTV camera, for instance, you'll have 16 varieties of colors. With the buttons, you'll have to cycle through all those 16 colors to find the ones that you want. This custom menu gives you the option of, for instance, if I don't like yellow and blue,
Color slot 5 disabled.
I just touch it and it disables that particular choice. I can come over here
Color slot 2 disabled.
and disable that choice, and I limit the choices to the unit that I want to be able to show only for my vision. Then, by holding down on one of the color selections, we go into another custom menu for custom text and background colors. So down here we have a line with text that is not so dark. So using the intensity scale here, I can go down and make that text much, much darker. Then, if I want to change the background
color,
I can come over to the color wheel and choose something that maybe is better for me. I like this kind of teal color. It's soft on my eyes and makes the print stand out. So now I've customized it to the way that I like, and I'll simply go back. And now I'll exit. Now when reading text, I can select those different color options that I like, for instance, the white on black. But here's the one that I just customized for myself. It gives the dark text in that softer background. Patients who have photophobia, a lot of glare problems where there's a lot of light coming off the screen, this really helps in eye fatigue. So those are some of the custom features of the TTS. We are very pleased to have the LVI Vision TTS to demonstrate here to our clients here at the Chicago Lighthouse. If you're interested in a custom high-definition CCTV that has the ability to read text-to-speech, we recommend the LVI TTS unit. Thanks for joining me. I'm Tom Perski.